Welcome back to Lodge Life, a series of videos based in Rivers Inlet, British Columbia, Canada, at a private fishing lodge called Good Hope Cannery. We are in the last 2 weeks of July here now, and it's been very rainy. But the baby swallows have all hatched and are now flying around with their parents. Cash is up for an early morning dip, Ted's getting his boat ready, and Kevin always seems to be waiting for his guests to go out fishing. Because guest season has finally arrived here at Good Hope Cannery, and they've been coming and going and coming and going and coming and going. Some on planes, some on boats, and some in helicopters. Kevin and Peter are marking fish tags to put on the water bottles for the guests to put on the fish when they catch them. And the girls are working hard on a changeover day. The girls are, in fact, always working hard, doing things that nobody really notices unless they're not done, and making the cannery feel really homey. There's so much they do behind the scenes for guests and staff. And they also prepare for and serve all 3 meals. Best of all though, they're 3 cool chicks who all get along. Randy's morning is full of the delicious smells of breakfast. Sometimes he's in the kitchen as early as 3:30 a.m., making sure that guests are on the water by first light. He then prepares breakfast for all the staff and any stragglers who didn't make it on time. Then he's on to lunch prep and tomorrow's breakfast prep, and then getting the dinner appetizer ready. Today he's preparing some salmon for the smoker. My morning starts with prepping food, cleaning food, and sometimes ordering food. Today for lunch, I'm making baby shrimp sandwiches with lemon, green onions, and mayo. Staff lunch is in the window by noon, and then I start making guest lunch, which is out by 12:30. Then I take down and put away the staff lunch, and then the guest lunch, and then I start on some dinner prep. Tonight we're having stuffed potatoes and steak. In the back of the kitchen, Raymond is working on a charcuterie platter for the guests. And as soon as that's finished, and all the prep is done for dinner, then by 2 o'clock, we go on our break. Sometimes people are napping, as we're all on different schedules right now, so it's very important to stay quiet down these hallways. Sometimes I nap, and sometimes I edit, and sometimes I work on menus for the week, which then gets written on the whiteboard in the kitchen. What's up, Dwayne? Sweet. Check them out. They're handmade. Whoa, there's so many of them.
How did you get to know him? Oh, Mike Parr.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
Mike Parr.
Thanks, man. If you're looking to get some cool fishing spoons from Mike Parr, email bfmspoons@outlook.com. But wait, let's rewind a sec, because there's one other option that I can do on my break that happens daily. Another successful lunch is complete, absolutely perfectly cleaned up, and dinner's in the oven. It's 2 o'clock and we're getting out of here. Let's go on a dog walk. All the staff received Mustang rain jackets this year, which is one of the most generous gifts you can receive, especially when you live on the West Coast. So thank you, Tony. I have a link to the Mustang Survival website if you're looking to get your own rain gear or PFDs, just like the ones we have here at Good Hope. Mustang Survival Gear is the ultimate companion for West Coast wanderers, made with the highest quality materials to ensure that you stay dry and warm and protected. If you buy through my link, you'll be helping your girl out, and you'll be getting some really cool quality gear that will last you a lifetime. These are salmon berries, which is one of many different varieties of berries up here, and it just so happens to be a great year for berry growing. The thimbleberries are finally starting to get ripe, and soon we'll have salal berries. It's so nice to see something other than the cannery once in a while, but now it's time to go back. Okay, we're back in the kitchen, and we've got some work to do on a whole pork loin that I got from Twin Rivers Farm on Vancouver Island. Time to think back to my meat cutting course I took at NATE back in the late 2000s. Okay, we have a tenderloin. The chine bone is still attached, and I don't have a saw for that. Well, I'm gonna do the best I can and start by removing the tenderloin. Then I'm gonna cut off the end closest to the sirloin. Then I'm gonna try to take these ribs off without taking too much of the loin with it. Well, I could definitely use some practice, but this pork looks amazing. I rub the ribs with a dry rub that Randy's made. And then I'm seasoning the bone-in piece of loin to roast for dinner tonight. The guides are back from their afternoon out fishing and brought us a special treat from the ocean. It's bull kelp. But it's a lot of work to deal with at the moment as we're busy preparing dinner, so let's just go take a look at the fish that the guys brought in. Ted's busy cutting up all the salmon that Ken will then package up for the guests. It's then brought over to the blast freezer, where every guest has a fish box ready to be filled. Back to the bulk help in the kitchen. It's a lot of work going through and cleaning up all these leaves. And afterwards, it's getting blanched in unsalted boiling water, where they go from a brownish color to a bright green. Tonight, Randy's making a salad with gomai dressing, which is a Japanese sesame seed dressing. We topped it with some sesame seeds and sent it out as an appy. Kevin and Peter are two amazing men who have both been working here for well over a decade now. During the guest season, they're mainly fishing guides, but they also help out wherever needed. Today, they're loading up the freezer on the dock with some bait for the week. They're such hard-working guys with such great attitudes, and we're so lucky to have them here at the Cannery.
It'll be all good for tomorrow.
Be sure to check out Peter_Kornacki_sculptures on Instagram. Peter does some amazing masonry and sculpture work out of Souk, Vancouver Island. This afternoon, I'm going to grab a radio and I'm going to head down the boardwalk and spend some time in the sunshine, picking fireweed leaves to make some tea. There it is, the fireweed plant. Hey, well, I think this is enough fireweed leaves to start our tea. Let's go wash them and start fermenting. I'm going to leave them for a day or two to wilt, and you know they're ready when their spine doesn't break when you fold it. You can grab 4 or 5 leaves at a time and roll them into a ball. All right, our rolled up leaves are going to get covered and they're going to ferment for 48 hours. And then we're going to dry them out and make some really nice tea. After they've fermented and once they've dried, add them to hot water, let it steep, and enjoy.
What you think on the ligament? Yeah, we didn't get a hit. We got a couple of little guys, but not like just Cannery and stuff. Yeah, not much. All right, you had a good time. That's all that matters. Okay.
Every night around 5 p.m., Tony will come into the kitchen to share some wine with us.
No, really, if it's undrinkable, we need to know.
He wants to make sure it's going to pair well with dinner. Staff dinner is served at 6 p.m., and most often we're eating the same items as guests. And then we bring it down, put it away, and prepare for guest dinner at 7 p.m. We try to stay very prepared so that we're not constantly rushing around and actually have some time to relax. Once the guests are seated, Randy finishes up his appy, and then we start plating. Then I finish dinner and start plating again, and once Ray gets more comfortable in the kitchen here, he'll be helping me. Chefs often have a hard time eating while they're working, and when you're working 10 to 12 hours a day, you have a hard time eating. Now that Randy's done his shift and he's able to relax, he's getting himself a burger together for his dinner. Most often, my dinner is what's ever left on the tray after I'm finished plating guest dinner.
What a lovely dinner.
Yeah.
Ray is now helping with the dinner plating, and it's so great to have this time with my nephew, working one-on-one. I'll often make a couple extra dinners and desserts for us to enjoy afterwards, which is just one of a few perks of working in the kitchen.
That's good.
Just finished dinner service. Made an egg pasta.
That's okay.
What is happening on this one bite of sugar?
After work in the Hilton, sometimes we play board games, sometimes we watch my videos together, and sometimes the girls plan movie nights. We might have a few drinks together, or sometimes a few bowls of ice cream.
Oh, there you go, Pete. Go for another one. Oh, mint it. Might be round 3.
But no matter what we do it together. We work together, we live together, we eat together, swim together. We're like a family. We support one another, we lean on one another, night after night, day after day. And then we also have this really awesome boss, named Tony, the owner of Good Hope Cannery. When he sees we're getting tired, he'll send us out fishing or on day trips with other guests, and I can definitely say I've never felt more appreciated at any job in my entire life. One of many reasons I feel so very grateful for my life here. Update on little Theodore, our seal friend that we rescued over 2 weeks ago now. He's got some new pictures up, and he's about to start fish school. Thank you so much to everyone who sent him well wishes and donations. I know he really appreciates it.
I'd like to thank all my channel members for your continued support. I appreciate you all so very much.
And to everyone who's watching and sending love by liking, commenting, sharing my videos, I want to thank you as well. Next week I'm going to be sharing an adventure I had with the Salo family where we went and toured the Addenbrooke Lighthouse and checked out Hackeye Institute and West Beach. Hope you enjoyed this video and we'll see you on the next one. Thanks again for watching. Take care until next time.